it's Mrs. Compton. We're starting with a notice wonder. So what do you notice and what do you wonder about this? And I'm not talking just add them together and find the answer. I want to know all the things that you could notice and wonder about this. So I'm going to ask you to hit pause, and I'm going to hit pause too. We're going to strategize, and I'll meet you right back. Hold on. Did you pause? I hope you did. I also had a kind of a strange face when I hit pause, so I think you were looking at my face with a funny look. Okay, so let's check it out. What do you notice and wonder about this? I'm going to guess 3 things. Color, blue, green, and pink. Did you notice those things? I bet you did. Blue like my shirt. It's one of my favorite colors. All right, so I'm also going to guess that you noticed that this was worth 100. And then we had some 10s and we had some 1s. Did you notice that? All right, did you count up the 10s? Let's see. You probably marked off how much each was worth. So in your mind, you're probably like, well, that's worth 100. And then we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 right here, and 2 right here. Ooh, we just ended up with, this is called expanded form, when you show the value of each of the numbers. And then over here we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Did you guys notice that? 50 plus 3. Okay, I'm trying to think of what else you may have noticed. I have a question. Did anybody think that this would be more than 200 for the answer? Or maybe somebody noticed or wondered that. Maybe you wondered, will it be more than 300? I don't know. We'd have to check it out a little bit further, right? So I'm curious now, did you try to solve this? I'm going to try to guess to see if I could figure out what was going on in your brain. I like to call that brain surgery. I wish I was there and I could get into your brain. Okay, so maybe you knew that this one was already 100, so you just kind of thought about it as 100. But then what's up with these 10s? Maybe you counted the 10s. Let's find out. How many 10s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So maybe you noticed there were 12 10s. What's the value of 12 10s? Well, how many 10s make 100? Let's count. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, so 10 10s make 100. So we could say this is worth 100, and then we'd still have 2 10s left. 10, 20, 120. Let's see if we can figure out that down here. So I actually think I want to change my 100. I want to add a drawing. I think I want to add a little 100 block right here and just put 100 inside. Okay, so maybe you thought about kind of putting the 10s together. So we know we have 12 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Whoa, that was a lot of drawing, you guys. Do I get an A+ for that or what? You're like, no, Mrs. Compton, it's crooked. Okay, so maybe you thought you could group 10 of them together. And that would make 100. Let's prove it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10 10s make 100. And then you'd have 20 over here. Oh, and then we have to forget, or we can't forget, not we have to forget, we can't forget the little pinkies over here. So 2, and then 3 more. 1, 2, 3. So that would make 3 over here, right? So now we have 2 100s, so together that makes 200, plus the 20, plus the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we ended up with 225. So this all together equals 225. So sometimes we have to regroup. This is like we put the 10s into a group of 100. So it's almost like we took 7 from here and 3 from here, put them together, and it made one of these. boom, boom, right? It's kind of like that. So that's called regrouping, when you move a group of 10s and then you form a group of 100, or you move a group of 1s and you form a group of 10. So you kind of like get a new little group. Okay, kids, I'm going to put myself on pause so that we can look at our story problem. I've got to move the camera. I'll be right back. I'm back, and I have Arthur and some balloons. Arthur has red balloons. Okay, so he has some red balloons. DW, his buddy, gave him yellow balloons. How many balloons does Arthur have now? Okay, so we have to figure out if Arthur starts with some red balloons and then his buddy gives him more balloons. They just so happen to be yellow. How many balloons does Arthur have now? All right, so we're going to check out our number set. You ready? So I want to show you right now. So I have 4 options for number sets. These 2 number sets at the top, you don't have to form new groups. Like, remember how we formed a new group here? We called it regrouping. You don't have to do that with these. There's no regrouping. But the bottom 2 sets have regrouping. Those will be more challenging. So if you feel like this is your just right number set up here, do it. No big deal, right? You're practicing your strategies. When you're ready, you're moving on to the next step for yourself, right? So you might choose 100 and 125, or 120 and 300, or 150 and 270, or final choice, 250 or 362. All right, whatever you do, make sure you can always back up your math, your reasoning. So is it that you can do a drawing to match your thinking, or can you use place value, or what? You have to be able to prove it, right? So make it make sense to you. All right, kids, I'll see you next time. Bye.